Hello, hello, hello. This Hope's Reading Hour is back, y'all. It's back. We are back. Okay? We are back. So I told you that we would be back because we have to do it in some spurts. Okay? And we are back online. Okay? Just let me set up all of the places where I need to be. Because, of course, I'm trying to make sure I see where we are. Give me a momento. So this is block number 2, y'all. We are back on this Hope's Reading Hour. The first block went faster than I expected. But that's still good. That's still good because then Miss Hope won't be tired, okay? But I am so glad that I am still here with you all. So glad. And we are still here ready to donate to these 3 great organizations. Just a second. Let me make sure I see where we are on. Let me sign in. Let me see. Okay. Just a moment. Oh, wait a minute. Where are we? Where is it? Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, that's block number 1. So remember, friends, I said that we are still working out the kinks for the Read-A-Thon. Still working out them kinks, y'all. Okay, hey, there we are on Facebook in the group. There we are. Yes, there we are. So, waiting to get it. Okay, so we're up on YouTube. We're all here. The gang's all here, friends. The gang's all here. So, we are back. Hello, Miss Janae. I know those butterflies anywhere. Hello. I'm so glad to see that you have tuned in. Okay. Well, friends, we went through our first block, had a great time, read some awesome books, had some awesome books read to us as well, and we learned some things about our awesome organizations that we are raising money for. West Philadelphia Action for Early Learning, the Ronald McDonald House Charities, as well as Heifer International. So let me check. Let me see. Okay, friends. Now, come on. We got to donate. We're still at $95. Okay? We are still there. But we still need to raise money. Okay? We're trying to raise money for these organizations because, just a second. Let me adjust myself. Especially during this pandemic. We understand that a lot of people are pinching every penny. Totally understand that. I've been there. I am there. But the one thing that I realize is that even in the time when I feel like I have the least, there is someone out there who has even less than I do. I like to watch a lot of television shows about different places all around the world. And when you see that, and I'm not saying that however someone experiences poverty or lack is any better than anyone else's, but when you see really how people sometimes are suffering in other places and don't have the opportunities that we have here, I always want to donate. That's just me. I always want to donate and to be of help to someone else that may be dealing with a lot more than I'm dealing with. Not to say that I don't have my issues or my problems or the things that I need to get done or maybe something financial. Not saying anything like that. But when I know that I've been richly blessed beyond measure, I want to be a blessing to someone else. So please be a blessing to someone today. Donate to this Read-A-Thon. Thank you so much, Janae, for sharing. So make sure that you share this with other people. Share it to all of your friends who can share it with all of their friends and all of their friends and people who would want to come alongside this Read and Raise Read-A-Thon and donate to these awesome organizations. So if you are just tuning in for the first time, I want to share with you some videos about these wonderful organizations, and so you can know where your money's going. Because listen, how many times, let me put it to you like this, just thought of something. How many times have you ordered something, either takeout from a restaurant or ordered something online, and you thought you were spending your money on one thing, and then you get it and you realize, oh, this is not what I want. This is not what I wanted to spend my money on. I got something like that myself that I ordered, and I thought it was going to be this beautiful ceramic pencil case. Come to find out, it was foam core board with designs on the outside that I had to put the thing together. And I was like, what? And then I couldn't even send it back. I couldn't even send it back, y'all. Okay, so it's still here. I haven't put it together, but I'll put it together. But I can't send it back. So I want you guys to know what you are putting your money into. That is what I want you to know. I want you to know who these organizations are and what they do, so that you know that you are planting your seed in some good soil, okay? So hold on a second so I can share my screen, because I want to share with you some videos about these awesome organizations, okay? So hold the phone, friends. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. This is a one-chick operation here, except for the people who are coming in to read with us, because of course we need them. Of course. Okay. So hold on. Let me pause our ambiance so that I can share with you our first organization, which is West Philadelphia Action for Early Learning. I want you to hear about this awesome organization and what they do.
Action for Early Learning really truly benefited my son in so many different ways.
My name is Maria Walker, and I'm Project Director for Drexel University's Action for Early Learning. Action for Early Learning is a Drexel-led collaboration of social service, educational, and community agencies working together to create a support system for families in West Philadelphia, particularly in the Promise neighborhood, to increase quality education improvement.
I'm representing Delaware Valley Association for the Education of Young Children as the Alliance Manager for Action for Early Learning. Action for Early Learning Alliance for Child Care Managers is made up of 23 early childhood programs in West Philadelphia. We bring the center directors together along with teachers sometimes to the Dornsife Center. And our focus and goal is assisting the early childhood programs in continuous quality improvement.
It helps with my staff with professional development management for classrooms. I was able to grow within the last 3 years being part of Alliance and having great mentors, working with our facility. It's helping Taylor's Learn Academy to prepare our children for a better future.
Teachers and directors are trained to make sure that young children ready for kindergarten.
It's a big difference because that child who has not used early childhood education, he starts off behind.
Action for Early Learning has a very strong focus on early literacy.
Functional literacy is on the rise, and we need not let these children from 0 to 8 that's coming up right now be that way.
So we were able to have a partnership with Read-A-Thon. Their dream and our dream was just to get books in the hands of every single organization that had touch with children.
To just improve the quality of the centers wouldn't be enough. If the community didn't buy into it, and if parents didn't understand the reason why it's important to improve those centers, the children wouldn't benefit from the work. People's Emergency Center created an excellent cohort of family ambassadors to spread the word about the need for families and caregivers and parents to make sure that their children are attending high-quality centers.
Family ambassadors are very good. They come out to each event that we have at the center. They talk to the parents and have the parents get engaged with whatever activities we have going on, whichever information they have in reference to childcare. Talk to the parents one-on-one.
They get firsthand knowledge how to not just help themselves and help their children, but they get a chance to help other children through their experiences. It takes a village to raise a child. Everybody has to be involved.
It is not a thing where everybody's separated. Everybody's different, but we're all like minds and we're communicating and we're able to help one another out. The biggest goal for me is just community. Wow. How about that? The biggest thing is just community. Being together, working together, being of like minds to make sure that children are ready for school and that parents are a part of getting their children ready to be in kindergarten. Such a wonderful organization. I'm so glad that I have worked with them before. Other organizations that I work with, we've been partners. They've come to events. They canvas for parent ambassadors, because who better to talk to another parent about things to do to help your child be ready for school than another parent? Sometimes other people can come in and you're like, you don't understand, but another parent, that's priceless. Someone who can come in and understand where you are, what you're going through, and how to help you to be able to help your child. Awesome, awesome organization, West Philadelphia Action for Early Learning. And the other wonderful thing is providing professional developments for daycares and other early childhood education centers. Sometimes those things can be expensive, or sometimes it's hard to find those professional developments that you think will be really beneficial for your organization. But Action for Early Learning provides those professional developments so that these organizations and early childhood education centers will be able to give the best quality education so that all of our little ones will be ready for kindergarten. Wonderful organization. Now, I want to show you another video about the Ronald McDonald House Charities. Now, this one is going to be different from the one I showed in the first segment. This video is actually a video of the founder, the person who thought of and created the Ronald McDonald House Charities, talking about how it was created and her thinking behind it. So I want to share that with you as well. Okay.
We're here.
Just a moment. Let me share my screen so you can hear her story. I watched this and I was like, oh my goodness. That is like, her story is so awesome. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Oops.
So, Audrey, the reason why we're here is because we've done lots of taping and lots of stories with you, and there are a couple thousand people coming together, and we want them to know what you were thinking when you thought of the Ronald McDonald House and some things that you always want them to remember.
To care. To care for other people. To think of what other people need. And I mean, we can think of our own needs and what we need, but to think, is there anybody else that I can help?
What do you think you did to help your patients be courageous? All of your patients were courageous in their battle with cancer. So on a day-to-day basis, what did you create on the floor, whether it was your parakeet cage or...
It wasn't a parakeet cage. It was a floor-to-ceiling bird cage with growing trees and something like 10 boys and 10 girl finches. And not only that is, finches did what finches do. They lay eggs. And they hatch eggs.
So why did you have that on the floor? And did anybody know about it? Or did you just do
When they
it?
finally found out that they all had a fit, but because they thought, oh, no, well, how awful with birds. Birds? Well, what's wrong with a finch? You know, a finch is a nice bird. So what can you do to make life a little better for children that are stuck in hospital with a bad disease? Fortunately, nobody liked oncology. So the people who run the place would rather not go to the oncology floor. So I got away with things I could do in oncology, which I'm sure you couldn't have done on a healthy ward. Right, one child said, can I bring my parakeet in a cage? Oh, sure, you can have your parakeet. Some child said, well, can I have my bunny here? Oh, of course you can have your bunny here. So tell your mom to bring the cage and you can have the bunny by your bedside.
So really, you thought about the family and you thought about patients before the buzzword family-centered care. You were doing family-centered care before it was a term.
But we learned it from somebody. We learned it from Dr. Sidney Farmer at the Children's Hospital in Boston, who has this beautiful drawing of a family in the middle and all the people around it. And the center of treatment for a child with cancer is the family. A family with a sick child is a sick family. So you must think about everybody, the siblings, the mother, the father, maybe grandmother that's house keeps or something like that. You have to remember that they're part of a group. So you must remember the family.
So how does the Ronald House then, in a similar way, help families or patients or siblings have courage?
Oh, it's a huge help. I mean, it's an incredible home environment. It's not just food and beds and clothing. It's a atmosphere of care and support. So it's the epitome of care.
Did you ever imagine that it would be worldwide?
Oh, of course I knew it would end up with 525,000 houses all over the world. Of course I didn't. I mean, how could I possibly think that?
So what was it every single day that you focused on that kept you motivated and moving forward? If they're
I guess I was single-minded.
Single-minded?
Yeah.
Single-minded on reaching the goal? You didn't take no for an answer?
I guess that's right, right? Mhm.
If you were to summarize what it is that you want future generations to know about you, what would it be?
That she was a woman who cared.
Wow. Wow, so awesome that she was someone who cared. That is amazing. So amazing. So that was excuse me. Excuse me. That was Dr. Audrey Evans who created the Ronald McDonald House, the first one. That is amazing. I A floor to ceiling bird cage. That is pretty amazing. I have never seen anything like that. I can only imagine how the kids were like, this is so amazing, even though I have to be in the hospital. This is so amazing. But just the way that she spoke about wanting children to be cared for and to be known as someone who cared. That is something I want to be known for, to be someone who cares. Absolutely. So please do go to the GoFundMe and donate to these awesome and wonderful organizations. All right, last but not least, I would like to share with you a video about Heifer International so that you find out what they are about and what they do. Let's see. Let's look at their headquarters here in the United States. So just a moment. Let me cue that up for you guys because I want you, like I said, I want you to know what you are putting your money into. I want you to know. I want you to know what you're putting your money into. So let us share. All right. Okay.
Heifer International and Heifer Village and Urban Farm are all located in Little Rock, Arkansas. We have a beautiful campus here. It is a wonderful place to come and not only to see what Heifer International does, but get some ideas of how you can help the world too. Heifer Village is Heifer International's learning center. We are open from 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday. We have an exhibit area that explains what we do around the world and how we do it and why it's important. We want you to be inspired when you leave, not only to come on board with us, but also to go back to where you're from and help your own community. The urban farm at Heifer International is actually a working farm, even though we sit in the city of Little Rock. And we actually sell our vegetables. We give them to local food banks as well. We use it to teach people how vegetables grow and what the vegetables are. In our barn area, we have our wonderful ambassador animals. So we have our goats, we have our alpacas, which everyone loves, chickens, ducks, pigs. We have schools that come, churches that come, anyone who wants to know and learn a little more about Heifer International.
Part of Heifer's mission is protecting the environment. So it was critical for us to design a building that did that as well. The stone is from about an hour and a half away. The steel was manufactured at a steel manufacturing facility here in Little Rock. All of the air moves under this raised floor. It only has to supply where the people are, about 7 feet. This building is only 62 feet wide. Natural light will travel into the building about 30 feet from each way, so we can 100% naturally light the building. Those few things alone contribute greatly to a 50% energy savings in a building, and they're not hard things to do. That's 50% that can go into programs to help feed people around the world, and that's an incredible story.
Wow, even at their headquarters, they're working to make that sustainable so that they're not spending so much money on heating and cooling and lighting their building, but that money can be used to help feed people and teach people how to feed themselves, and then teach people how to teach people how to take care of themselves and feed themselves all over the world. 3 awesome organizations. Please do go to the GoFundMe and donate, okay? Donate. If you are on YouTube, please like, share, and do subscribe to the Miss Hope's Reading Hour page, because Miss Hope's Reading Hour page, we are reading all the time, reading some new books, always trying to find some new cool books to read, okay? So let's get into, first, before I do that, I do want to share the links for you all so that if you want to come on and be a guest reader, you will be able to come on and do that. So let me do that first. I want to share that in the chat with you all. All right, just a second, because you have to do this new every time. Okay. So let me put that in there. So this link right here is if you want to come in live, just come in live. Remember, like I told them in the last segment, if you come in, you have to be respectful and appropriate, because remember, we are doing this for the children, okay? And make sure that your book is appropriate. If there is any inappropriateness, Miss Hope's going to have to kick you out. But we didn't have to do that last time, okay? So I doubt we're going to have to do it this time. All right. Now, the next link, let me put it in there. So, sorry. So the next link is for if you would like to sign up to be a guest reader, and let me know what time you want to come on if you can't come in live during this segment. So let me put that into the chat. So that is the guest reader sign up. That's to be the guest reader sign up. And throughout the time, I am checking to see if anyone has signed in to be a guest reader. And the last one and most important one, my friends, is the GoFundMe link. That is the most important one that we have, friends. So you can donate to the GoFundMe. All right. So to donate, go to, and here it is. Go to the GoFundMe. All right. Got all of that out of the way. Now at 2:00, we will have a guest reader. All right. So before then, I do have a video to share with you of someone who is coming on to read. She sent a recording, and this young lady is the author of the book that she is reading. Okay, so it is a whole experience. If you would like to sing along with the song that she's singing, it is a whole experience when she comes on. So let me get to that. Where did I put it? Oh no. I have to find it. Remember, parts of this is a one chick. So let me see. Where is it? I just had it. I had it. Where is it? I have to find it again, my friends. So sorry. I have to find the video. Oh, here it is. There we go. I was like, wait a minute. Where is it? All right. So let me get back here to share. So glad that you all are so patient with Miss Hope. All right. Share screen. Share window. Oh, there it is. All right. So let's share that. And where is it? All right. So let's make it bigger. Okay. All right.
Everyone, happy Veterans Day to everyone. Today I am going to a church and I am having story time. I'm really excited about it. There's going to be 35 children and their parents, and I'm going to share all about the Happy Being Me movement. We're going to have music time, we're going to have story time, and we're going to have arts and crafts. So look forward to seeing you there. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Good morning. Yes. Any ideas what I'm gonna do with this book? Read! We're gonna read today. Are you guys ready to read with me? Yes, it's gonna be fantastic, and I'm so very excited to share my book. My book is called Happy Being Me. I wrote this book. Can you guys believe that? I wrote a book. So I'm gonna read this story to you guys. You guys ready? Yeah! I can't hear you. Are you ready? Yeah! All right, here we go. What is the book called? Happy Being Me. Let's try to say that. 1, 2, 3. Happy Being Me. Way to go. Good job, everyone. All right, here we go. It's called Happy Being Me. I hear somebody still saying, good morning. Good morning. Hello, and how are you? I like that song. That makes me feel. You like that song too? It makes me feel really, really good in the morning to sing that song. And guess what? That was the first time I heard that song, and I really, really liked it so much. And I think I'm gonna start singing it every yours. Because it feels really good.
Some songs.
You hear some songs?
I hear some songs.
Songs at your house? Yeah, there's all kinds of different songs. But I'm gonna start singing that song. That song makes me
Songs at my house on the TV.
You have songs on your TV?
I have songs at my TV.
Wow, it sounds like everybody has lots of songs. That's pretty awesome, right? I love this thing and I love this dancing. It feels really, really, really good inside. Now let's read this book. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I like to wear dresses. I am pretty as can be. God has made me special, and I'm happy being me. You guys ready to say it? 1, 2, 3. I'm happy being me. Good job.
Happy.
That's right. I'm happy being me.
I'm happy being me.
Yes, I'm happy. Anybody else out there? Who else is happy being that? Woo, I love that. I'm happy being me. That is awesome. I like my furry friend. We run, we jump, we play. We have a fun-filled happy dance. We dance and dance all day. All right, you see the little boy and his dog? They're dancing and they're having a great time. I like my cinnamon skin. It's the color it's supposed to be. All shades of brown are beautiful. Even the shade of brown on me. I like to wear my glasses because they help me see. Everything is so much clearer. My glasses are a part of me. How many people have on glasses today? Let me see. Wow, so our glasses are a part of that. Do you guys know anybody that wears glasses? Yeah? Their glasses are a part of them, right?
Yeah.
To see better, right?
Yeah.
All right. All of our bodies are created special, whether little or big or tall. Everyone is special in the eyes of God because He's made us all. So everybody is special. So if you're little, or if you're big, or if you're tall, everybody is special. Fearless we shall be, for a positive self-esteem begins at home, begins at a young age, begins with you and me. I'm happy being me. I'm happy being me. I'm happy being me. I'm happy being me. You guys ready to say it again? 1, 2, 3. I'm happy being me. great job. Now, guess what we're going to do? We're going to do an activity so you guys can be a part of this cool book. So everybody's going to receive this special page in my book. And we're going to be able to write our names at the top. And then we can draw a special picture of ourselves. And guess what? We can be a part of the book because we are happy being me. All right, so I'm going to hand out the papers. We're going to have a lot of fun. And we're going to write in our own picture so we can be a part of this awesome book.
All right. What an awesome book. I'm happy being me. Yes, absolutely. I am happy being me. That is awesome. So I am so glad that we got to read that book. That is so true. I'm happy being me. Because you can't be anybody else. The best person you can be is you, not anybody else. You are perfect at being who you are. It's really hard to try to be somebody else. It's really difficult. A lot of people have tried it, but it's kind of hard. So it's better to just be who you are. Thank you so much, Wendy Inspire, for your book. Thank you so much, Ms. Tanya Amir, for even telling her about the Reading Hour 24-hour Read and Raise-A-Thon. Thank you so much. So glad that we got to read this book. Now, if those of you who were here early on in in the first segment, if you saw Miss Ianelli, our first reader, she has informed me that we have some more videos from more of our wonderful Martha Washington students. So I am excited to see what videos there are and what children came on to videotape themselves reading for the young ones. I'm so excited to see that. Thank you so much to our readers. Okay, just a moment. I saw somebody was trying to join the reading hour, but I can't find it. Anywho, so if you are trying to join, remember I'm trying to do 50 million other things right now, but still want to get you on, and I still want to get you to donate right here. The donation. You see him pointing to it right here? And it's in the chat. So, in keeping with the being happy, being who you are, we're going to read some books that kind of have something to do with that. So, let me find the book I want to read. Okay, no, that's not the one I want to. Where is it? As I told you, friends, it's a lot of books up in this place. Okay, I got a lot of them. Oh, I just took one out. We definitely have to read that one. Being happy, being who you are. Definitely have to read that one. Oh, you know what? It's not over here. But I'm glad I found this book. Wait a minute. Oh, it's over here. I told y'all, we got books all over the place. Yes, I want to read these two books to you all. Okay, so the first one is called... Actually, no, I'm going to read this one first. So, being happy, being who you are. This book talks about how hard it is to try to be something that you are not. To try to be someone else is too hard, y'all. Get comfortable with being who you are, okay? So here is our first book. Let me pick some ambiance that goes really good with this book. Let's see. Let's pick something really good. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. I got to stop sharing. Oops. That's why that came up the way it did. Because I had not stopped sharing yet. That is why. That is why. All right. Let's see what we're going to play. Let's see what we're going to play. Let's see. Give me a moment, friends. Give me a momento. Give me a moment. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Just a second. Now let me close that. So let me go here. No, not there. Just a moment. Let's see. I might like this. I might like this ambiance music. Just a second.
Step 2, we realign and
just a second. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry. Yeah, I think we'll play this music. All right, friends. So this book right here, I had this book for a while and I was like, I don't even know what this is about. And I was looking at it and I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to read it. But then when I did, I was like, oh, this is definitely a book that needs to be read, especially after Miss Wendy Inspire read her book, Happy Being Me. This is a story of a girl who learns how difficult it is to try to be someone else. This book is called A Bad Case of Stripes. Oh, you'll see what I'm talking about. A Bad Case of Stripes. So this book is by David Shannon, and this is a scholastic book. Bad Case of Stripes. Goodness gracious. All right. Camellia Cream loved lima beans, but she never ate them. All of her friends hated lima beans, and she wanted to fit in. Camellia was always worried about what other people thought of her. Today, she was fretting even more than usual. It was the first day of school, and she couldn't decide what to wear. There were so many people to impress. She tried on 42 outfits, but none seemed quite right. She put on a pretty red dress and looked in the mirror. Then she screamed. Her mother ran into the room, and she screamed too. Oh my heavens, she cried. You're completely covered with stripes. This was certainly true. Camellia was striped from head to toe. She looked like a rainbow. Miss Cream felt Camelia's forehead. Do you feel all right? She asked. I feel fine, Camellia answered, but just look at me. You get back in bed this instant, her mother ordered. You're not going to school today. Camellia was relieved. She didn't want to miss the first day of school, but She was afraid of what the other kids would say, and she had no idea what to wear with those crazy stripes. That afternoon, Dr. Bumble came to examine Camellia. "Most extraordinary," he exclaimed. "I've never seen anything like it. Are you having any coughing, sneezing, runny nose, aches, pains, chills, hot flashes, dizziness, drowsiness, shortness of breath, or uncontrollable twitching?" "No," Camellia told him. "I feel fine." "Well then," Dr. Bumble said, turning to Mrs. Cream, "I don't see any reason why she shouldn't go to school tomorrow. Here's some ointment that should help clear up those stripes in a few days. If it doesn't, you know where to reach me." And off he went. Whew, even on her tongue. She's got them on her tongue, y'all. Goodness gracious. The next day was a disaster. Everyone at school laughed at Camellia. They called her Camellia Crayon and Night of the Living Lollipop. She tried her best to act as if everything were normal, but when the class said the Pledge of Allegiance, her stripes turned red, white, and blue, and she broke out in stars. Oh my goodness. The other kids thought this was great. One yelled out, "Let's see some purple polka dots." Sure enough, Camellia turned all purple polka dotty. Someone else shouted out, "Checkerboard," and a pattern of squares covered her skin. Soon everyone was calling out different shapes and colors, and poor Camellia was changing faster than you can change channels on a TV. Oh, tragic. That night, Mr. Harms, the school principal, called. "I'm sorry, Mrs. Cream," he said. "I'm going to have to ask you to keep Camellia home from school. She's just too much of a distraction, and I've been getting calls from the other parents. They're afraid those stripes may be contagious." Camellia was so embarrassed. She couldn't believe that 2 days ago everyone liked her. Now nobody wanted to be in the same room with her. Her father tried to make her feel better. "Is there anything I can get you, sweetheart?" he asked. "No, thank you," sighed Camellia. What she really wanted was a nice plate of lima beans. But she had been laughed at enough for one day. Wow. Well, yes. "I see," Dr. Bumble mumbled when Mr. Cream phoned the next day. "I think I'd better bring the specialists. We'll be right over." About an hour later, Dr. Bumble arrived with 4 people in long white coats. He introduced them to the Creams. "This is Dr. Group, Dr. Sponge, Dr. Cricket, and Dr. Young." Then the specialists went to work on Camellia. They squeezed and jabbed and tapped and tested. It was very uncomfortable. "Well, it's not the mumps," concluded Dr. Group. "Or the measles," said Dr. Sponge. "Definitely not chickenpox," put in Dr. Cricket. "Or sunburn," said Dr. Young. "Try these," said the specialists. They each handed her a bottle filled with different colored pills. "Take one of each before bed," said Dr. Group. Then they filed out the front door, followed by Dr. Bumble. Goodness gracious. Wow. That night, Camellia took her medicine. It was awful. When she woke up the next morning, she did feel different. But when she got dressed, her clothes didn't fit right. She looked in the mirror, and there, staring back at her, was a giant multicolored pill with her face on it. Oh my goodness. Dr. Bumble soon rushed over as soon as Mrs. Cream called. But this time, instead of the specialists, he brought the experts. Dr. Gord and Mr. Mellon were the finest scientific minds in the land. Once again, Camellia was poked and prodded, looked at and listened to. The experts wrote down lots of numbers. Then they huddled together and whispered. Dr. Gord finally spoke. It might be a virus, he announced with authority. Suddenly, fuzzy little virus balls appeared all over Camellia. Or possibly some form of bacteria, said Mr. Mellon. Out popped squiggly little bacteria tails. Or it could be a fungus, added Dr. Gord. Instantly, Camellia was covered with different colored fungus blotches. The experts looked at Camellia, then at each other. We need to go over these numbers again back at the lab, Dr. Gord explained. We'll call you when we know something. But the experts didn't have a clue, much less a cure. Oh, poor thing. Goodness gracious. By now, the TV news had found out about Camellia. Reporters from every channel were outside her house telling the story of the bizarre case of the incredible changing kid. Soon, a huge crowd was camped out on the front lawn. Oh my goodness. This has gotten out of hand, okay? The Creams were swamped with all kinds of remedies from psychologists, allergists, herbalists, nutritionists, psychics, and an old medicine man, a guru, and even a veterinarian. Each so-called cure only added to poor Camelia's strange appearance until it was hard to recognize her. She sprouted roots and berries and crystals and feathers and a long furry tail. But nothing worked. Oh, wait a minute. Did you see it? Whew. Poor Camellia. One day, a woman who called herself an environmental therapist claimed she could cure Camellia. Close your eyes, she said. Breathe deeply and become one with your room. I wish you hadn't said that, Camellia groaned. Slowly, she started to melt into the walls of her room. Her bed became her mouth. Her nose was a dresser, and 2 paintings were her eyes. The therapist screamed and ran out of the house. What are we going to do? Said Mrs. Cream. It just keeps getting worse and worse. She began to sob. Oh, man. At that moment, Mr. Cream heard a quiet little knock at the front door. He opened it, and there stood an old woman who was just as plump and sweet as a strawberry. Excuse me, she said brightly, but I think I can help. Oh, she is a cute old lady. She went into Camelia's room and looked around. My goodness, she said with a shake of her head. What we have here is a bad case of stripes, one of the worst I've ever seen. She pulled a container of small green beans from her bag. Here, she said, these might do the trick. Are those magic beans? Asked Mrs. Cream. "Oh, my, no," replied the kind old woman. "There's no such thing. These are just plain old lima beans. I'll bet you'd like some, wouldn't you?" she asked Camellia. Camellia wanted a big heaping plate full of lima beans more than just about anything, but she was still too afraid to admit it. "Yuck," she said. "No one likes lima beans, especially me." "Oh dear," the old woman said sadly. "I guess I was wrong about you." She put the beans back in her bag and started toward the door. Camellia watched the old woman walk away. Those beans would taste so good, and being laughed at for eating them was nothing compared to what she'd been going through. She finally couldn't stand it. "Wait!" she cried. "The truth is, I really love lima beans." "I thought so," the old woman said with a smile. She took a handful of beans and popped them into Camelia's mouth. "Mmm," said Camellia. Suddenly, the branches, feathers, and squiggly tails began to disappear. Then the whole room swirled around. When it stopped, there stood Camellia, and everything was back to normal. "I'm cured," she shouted. "Yes," said the old woman. "I knew the real you was in there somewhere." She patted Camellia on the head. Then she went outside and vanished into the crowd. Afterward, Camellia wasn't quite the same. Some of the kids at school said she was weird, but she didn't care a bit. She ate all the lima beans she wanted, and she never had even a touch of stripes again. The end. Oh my goodness. What you go through when you're trying to be someone that you're not. Say it to yourself, "I'm happy being me. I am happy being me." If I gotta go through a bad case of stripes, I think I'll deal with being Miss Hope. I think I'm good with that, okay? Oh my goodness, such a good book. So, if my teacher friends, my parent teacher friends, so sidebar to that, my teacher friends, my parent teacher friends, I'm encouraging you to click on that StreamYard and come in for a reading if you got some books at home or at school. I'm encouraging you, okay? Anywho, so if you want to teach your class and your students about it being okay with being who you are and what you like, A Bad Case of Stripes by David Shannon, the Scholastic book, very, very good book. Okay, now for our next book that we are going to read. So they were talking about, Miss Wendy Inspire was talking about loving the skin that you're in and the way that you look. And I instantly thought of this book when she was talking about that. This book is called The Colors of Us. Look at those beautiful faces. The Colors of Us. This book is by Karen Katz. And this is a square fish book, an imprint of Macmillan Publishers. The Colors of Us. Square Fish, Henry Holt and Company, New York. All right. So when you get kind of these new books, you gotta like bend them a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. My name is Alina, and I am 7. I am the color of cinnamon. Mom says she could eat me up. She is cute. My mom's the color of French toast. She's an artist. Mom's teaching me how to mix colors. She says that if I mix yellow, red, black, and white paints in the right combination, I will have the right brown for a picture of me. The right brown? But Mom, brown is brown, I say. That's not so, Mom says. There are lots of different shades of brown. Let's take a walk. You'll see. We go to the playground where we see my friend Sonia. Sonia is a light yellow-brown, Mom says. Just like creamy peanut butter, I say. My favorite. Isabella is chocolate brown, like the cupcakes we had for her birthday. Oh, she is a chocolate girl. Lucy has skin that's peachy and tan. My best friend, Jojin, lives close to the playground. Jojin is the color of honey. Two streets over, we meet my cousin Kyle. His skin is a reddish brown, like the leaves in fall. Carlos and Rosita have brought their puppy to the park. Carlos is a light cocoa brown, and Rosita's skin looks like butterscotch. I do like butterscotch candies. I even liked them when I was little. When we pass by the pizza parlor, Mom and I see Mr. Pellegrino flipping a pizza high in the air. He is the color of pizza crust, a golden brown. My babysitter, Candy, is like a beautiful jewel, bronze and amber. She looks like a princess. She does look absolutely beautiful, and with those blue eyes. Mom and I walk to the park to eat our lunch. Look at everyone's legs. Look at everyone's legs, Mom. All the different shades. That's right. After lunch, we walk to Mom's favorite store, where Mr. Cashmere sells many different spices. He's the color of ginger and chili powder. Up the street is my Aunt Kathy's laundromat. Aunt Kathy is a tawny tan, like coconuts and coffee toffee. Oh, I love her smile. After our walk, my friends come over. We take our towels to the roof and lie in the sun. I think about everyone I saw today. Sonia, Isabella, and Lucy, Jojin and Kyle, Carlos and Rosita, Mr. Pellegrino and Candy, Mr. Cashmere and Aunt Kathy, each one of them a beautiful color. My friends leave and I go downstairs. I am happy as I get out my paints, yellow, red, black, and white. I think about all the wonderful colors I will make, and I say their names out loud: cinnamon, chocolate, and honey, coffee, toffee, and butterscotch. They sound so delicious. At last, my pictures are done, and I've painted everyone. Look, Mom, I say, the colors of us. The end. Wow, such a good book. The colors of us. All of us are different colors. It doesn't matter what your race, doesn't matter. Even within a race, people are different colors. So that's one thing I do like about painting and coloring and things like that. As an artist, because I do art too, I love looking at people's skin tones because I love the different colors of us. Very, very good book. And to be proud of the colors of us, I am proud of my chocolate brown skin. I am very proud of it. I wasn't always, I'm not going to tell you why, okay? I wasn't always proud of it, but I learned to love it. I love the color of my skin. I really, really do. And I hope that you love the skin that you are in too. I love the fact that I wear glasses. I love my glasses. I love my hair. What else do I love? I love that I'm an artist. I love that I like wearing jeans and sneakers. Even though I can get dressed up and stuff, but I do really like jeans and sneakers and t-shirts. Can't tell a lie. So hopefully you will look yourself in the mirror today and say, you know what? I love this about myself. There is another book I want to read for you all because a lot of times we just think about girls saying that they love things about themselves, right? So excuse me for leaning over, but I have to find my book, y'all. I gotta find my book. Gotta find my book. I have to find my book. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let's see. Oh goodness, it's all the way down here. So this book, I want to share these two books. Well, I might only be able to share one because we are getting close to our 2:00 reader. Okay. So let me see. Which one do I want to read first? So, my gentlemen friends, what do you love? Like, when do you really, excuse me, when do you really love yourself? I'm asking. I think I know. Excuse me, let me get something to drink. I feel like something's stuck in my throat. A lot of reading, friends. Oh, that's much better. Woohoo. So, most of the time I hear the gentlemen friends, they really, really love themselves, even though they love themselves, but they really, really love themselves when they have gotten a fresh haircut. And it doesn't matter your race, it does not matter. Once they've gotten a fresh haircut, my young ones, and the older young ones and the adult ones, when you've gotten your beard trimmed and things, you are feeling pretty fresh and like, oh, we good. I love myself. I love looking at myself in the mirror. So, excuse me. The next book I will read is called Crown, an ode to the fresh cut. Yes. So this book is written by Derek Barnes, illustrated by Gordon C. James. Ode to the fresh cut. And friends, take a look at all of this over here. All of these medals. This book has won all of these medals, okay? A Newbery Honor Book, a Caldecott Honor Book, a Coretta Scott King Honor Book, and an Ezra Jack Keats Book Award. Okay? All of these awards could be yours one day if you write the book. Okay? Remember, you don't have to wait till you're an adult. You can do it when you're younger, and you might win one of those awards as well. So this is a Deneen Milner book, a Bolden an agate imprint book. Okay, so ode to the fresh cut, friends. When it's your turn in the chair, you stand at attention and forget about who you were when you walked through that door. Look at him. He is like, I am ready. Ready. Okay. You came in as a lump of clay, a blank canvas, a slab of marble. But when my man is done with you, they'll want to post you up in a museum. That's my word. He'll drape you like royalty with that cape to keep the fine hairs off your neck and your princely robes. It's amazing what a tight fade, high, low, bald does for your confidence. Dark Caesar. Who knows? You might just, excuse me, you might just smash that geography exam tomorrow and rearrange the entire principal's honor roll. A fresh cut does something to your brain, right? It hooks up your intellectual. They're like, oh yeah, I can do anything with a fresh cut. You're a star, a brilliant, blazing star. Not the kind that you'll find on a sidewalk in Hollywood. Nope, they're going to have to wear shades when they look up to catch your shine. He'll lean you back in the chair, dab that cool shaving cream on your forehead, and then craft a flawless line with that razor, slow, steady, and surgical. It frames your swagger. That cute girl in the class across the way won't be able to keep her pretty eyes off of you. Her friends will giggle and whisper, girl, He's so fine. Yeah, that's what they'll say. The whole school will be seasick from the rows and rows of ripples. You'll have more waves on your head than the Atlantic Ocean. Shout out to my do-rag and Patience. There's a dude to the left of you with a faux hawk, deep part, skin fade. He looks presidential. Maybe he is the CEO of a tech company that manufactures cool. He's a boss. That's how important he looks. Dude to the right of you looks majestic. There are thousands of black angels waiting to guide and protect him as soon as he steps a foot out that door. That's how important he looks. Wow. There's a dude standing in the mirror that can't get over the masterful designs crafted on the side of his dome. Everywhere he goes, people will ask for his autograph. He looks that fresh. He looks like he owns a few acres of land on Saturn. Maybe there's a river named after him on Mars. He looks that important. There are two dudes, one with locks, the other with cornrows, and a lady with a butterscotch complexion, and all they want is a shape up, tapered sides, a trim, and a crisp but subtle line. And sometimes in life, that's all you ever need, a crisp and subtle line. Don't need much. When your barber is done, you feel like $1 million and some change. When his fingertips hit you with that apple green alcohol or that witch hazel, it'll sting, but not like a scorpion or a hornet. More like an electric stamp of approval. Gotta make sure you don't get those razor bumps, you know? And when you see the cut yourself in the handheld mirror, you'll smile a really big smile. That's the you that you love the most. That's the you that wins everything. That's the gold medal you. Every person in the shop will rise to their feet and give you a round of applause for being so fly. Not really, but they'll look like they want to. You'll see it in their eyes. It's the look your English teacher gives you when she hands you your last test with a bright red 97 slapped on it. It's how your mother looks at you before she calls you beautiful. Flowers are beautiful. Sunrises are beautiful. Being viewed in your mother's eyes as someone that matters, now that's beautiful. And you'll take it. You don't mind at all. Finally, he'll remove your cape, then swipe you down with a brush made from a golden horsetail. You'll put the money in his hand without even expecting change back. Tip that man, tip that man. It was worth it. It always is. You know why? Because you'll leave out of the shop every single time feeling the exact same way. Magnificent, flawless, like royalty. Hello, world. The end. Oh man, I loved this book when I read it the first time, The Ode to the Fresh Cut. I mean, I always wondered like what took so long in a barbershop because of course us girls we have most of the time we have more hair. So we're like, what is taking them so long? They don't have that much hair. But it is a whole transformation. Of course, you love yourself already, but when you are sparkling and shining after that great haircut, now after reading this book, I get it. Okay. So, for all of you parent friends, parent teacher friends who have those young men in your life who have to go get a haircut, and guess what? No matter what race, okay? This is an awesome book for them, okay? So, Ode Crown, an Ode to the Fresh Cut by Derek Barnes, illustrated by Gordon C. James. Such an awesome book. All right, so what we will do is we will share one of our videos from our Martha Washington students. I want to share one of those books with you right now. Just a moment. Let me cue it up. Let's share. Hold on, let me pause that. Just a moment. Oops. And this will be the book that we do right before we have our guest reader come on. All right. Let me pause our ambiance. Okay. Let's pause that and share our screen for another one of our Martha Washington lovelies to share with us today.
And today we're going to be reading Blueberries for Sal. Hello, my name is Canary Clay, and today we're going to be reading Blueberries for Sal by Robert McCloskey. One day, Little Sal went with her mother to Blueberry Hill to pick up blueberries. Little Sal brought along her small tin pan, and her mother brought her large tin pan to put blueberries in. "We will take our berries home and call them," said her mother. "Then we will have food for the winter." Little Sal picked up 3 berries and dropped them in her little tin pan. Kaplink, kaplank, kaplunk. She picked 3 more berries and ate them. Then she picked more berries and dropped all of them in one pail. Kaplunk, and the rest she ate. Then Little Sal ate all 4 blueberries out of her pail. Her mother walked slowly through the bushes, picking blueberries as she went and putting them in her pail. Little Sal struggled along behind, picking blueberries and eating every single one. Little Sal hurried ahead and dropped a blueberry in front of her mother's pail. It didn't sound kaplink because of the bottom of the pail was already covered in blueberries. She reached down inside to get her berry back. Though she didn't really need to, she pulled out a large handful because there were so many blueberries right up close to the ones she had put in. Her mother stopped picking and said, "Now, Sal, you run along to pick your own berries. Mother wants to take her berries home and eat them for the next winter." Her mother went back to picking, but little Sal, because her feet were tired of standing and walking, standing down in the middle of a large clump of bushes and ate blueberries. On the other side of Blueberry Hill, Little Bear came with his mother to eat blueberries. "Little Bear," she said, "eat lots of blueberries and grow big and fat. We must store up for the food for the long, cold winter." Little Bear followed behind his mother as she slowly walked through the bushes eating blueberries. Little Bear stopped now and then to eat blueberries. Then he had to hustle along to catch up. Because his feet were tired of hustling, he picked out a large clump of bushes and sat down right in the middle and ate blueberries. Over on the other side of the hill, Little Sal ate all the berries she could reach from where she was sitting, then started out to find her mother. She heard a noise from a rock and thought, "That is my mother walking along." But it was the mother crow and her children, and they stopped eating berries and flew away, saying, "Caw, caw, caw." After she heard another noise in the bush, she thought, "That is surely my mother, and I will go that way." But it was Little Bear's mother instead. She was tramping along, eating berries and thinking about storing up food for a long winter. Little Sal tramped right along behind. By this time, Little Bear had eaten all the berries he could without moving from his clump of bushes. Then he hustled off to catch up with his mother. He hunted and hunted, but his mother was nowhere to be seen. He heard a noise from over the stump and thought, "That is my mother walking along." But it was Mother Partridge and her children. They stopped eating berries and hurried away. Then he heard a noise in the bushes and thought, "That is surely my mother. I will hustle that." But it was Little Sal's mother instead. She was walking along, picking berries and thinking about canning them for the next winter. Little Bear hustled right along behind. Little Bear and Little Sal's mother and Little Sal and Little Bear's mother were all mixed up with each other among the blueberries on Blueberry Hill. Little Bear's mother heard Sal walking high and thought it was Little Bear instead. "Little Bear, much, much, eat, eat all you can possibly hold, swallow." Little Sal said nothing. She picked 3 berries and dropped them complete, kaplunk, kaplunk, in her small tin pail. Little Bear's mother turned around to see what on earth was making indoors like a plum. "Garruff," she cried, choking on the mouthful of berries. "That's not my child. Where's my little bear?" She took one good look and backed away. She was old enough to be shy of people, even a very small person like Little Sal. Then turned around, walked off very fast to hunt for Little Bear. Little Sal's heard Little Bear tramping along behind thought it was Little Sal. She kept right on picking, thinking about canning blueberries for next winter. Little Bear padded up and pecked and pecked. Of course, he only wanted to taste a few of what was inside, but there are so many and they're so close together that he took a tremendous mouthful by mistake. "Now, Little Sal," said Little Sal's mother without turning around, "you run along and pick your own berries. Mother wants to can these for next winter." Little Bear tasted a tremendous mouthful, almost spilled the entire pail of blueberries. Little Sal's mother turned around and gasped, "My goodness, you're not Little Sal. Oh, where is my child?" Little Bear sat there munching, munching, swallowing, and licking his lips. Little Sal's mother slowly backed away. She's old enough to be shy of bears, even very little bears like Little Bear. and she turned and walked away quickly to look for Little Sal. She hadn't gone very far when she heard kaplink, kaplunk, kaplunk. She knew just what made that kind of noise. Little Bear's mother had not hunted very long before she heard the hustling sound that stopped now and then to munch and swallow. She knew what made that kind of sound. Little Bear and his mother went home down one side of the blueberry hill, eating blueberries all the way, full of food and stored up for next winter. Little Sal and her mother went down the other side of Blueberry Hill, picking berries all the way, and drove home with food to can for next winter, a whole pail of blueberries and 3 more besides. The end.
Wow, thank you so much for your reading. Thank you so much. So, this book was by, let me see, which one was this?
Hello, my name is
I'm sorry, this was Kinara. Thank you so much, Kinara, for your reading today. For the Miss Hope's Reading Hour 24-hour read-a-thon. Thank you so much to my Martha Washington family for coming through with those readings. Thank you so much. So, I do know that there are some more, and I have to look for those during the next little break. But I still want to encourage you all to donate, 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 donate. So, little Sal and her mom was going to pick the blueberries to have food for the winter. And of course, the animals were looking to get food so that they could prepare for the winter as well. So, as we're thinking about our donors, they need to prepare for helping other people throughout the year. So, they need donations all year long, okay? And especially places like um, the Ronald McDonald House Charities and Heifer International. They deal with helping people to be able to have food and sustain themselves. At the Ronald McDonald House, they have kitchens. They have to cook for people, okay? So, they need to have those funds not only to provide a place for children and families who are dealing with illnesses, but also to feed them as well. And with Heifer International, they have to work, they work to help people to grow their own food, raise their own food, and sell it to sustain themselves. And even West Philadelphia Action for Early Learning. Do you think that dealing with little children that you don't have to buy snacks for the times when you are with them and reading and hanging out with them and having a good time learning? You gotta have snacks, okay? So sometimes we don't think about those little things that organizations need, right? But you need donations for those little things like making copies, for those little things like buying snacks, buying juices, buying waters. Because though you get donations, sometimes those donations don't cover everything. So please, oh, please go to the chat, go right here. You can type it in and see the GoFundMe and donate to these awesome organizations. Please, oh, please go and donate to these awesome organizations. We need those donations. We need to see them, see the donations go up. Come on, y'all. Even $5, $10 will help if you donate. So we are waiting for, I'm sorry, my ear is itching a little bit. So we are waiting for our next reader. We are waiting for our next guest reader. And while we are waiting for them, I think I want to show you a video about Heifer International and what they do, what they actually do for families. So you can see how these donations change people's lives. So let me see which one I'm going to show you guys. Okay. So let me stop our ambiance so I can share this with you guys.
tuyita abalimi bambuzi tuyita abalimi bambuzi pani pekitubeera fensi wandikwera nakukinja pandukale twaletandika ku baana mpeniko ya sopo mpeniko ya kafetiraiza inena chireva fama wawo wakuchi shadipolo bakukira abantu bali kulusaka atiseni bwangu bwangu kuti abalekere mbushi ila namufire fyo ina mwera kati mushi balebe pasi sanomba lero twapukirere mbushi twamwera kwati bale tube pasi panki twale gombe akozasani bale seka bane tamwa kapoke mbushi mulebe pasi kulingana bana bana bajondo bene 01 baise tamulala mai bukedi lena pukirere mbushi ba meode yo ero nishibindi wala bibi chale nishikubosi au kwene tunaja kulusana pantu na utwabulirwa wabula kufika mwaka ushitisha sadi yose mwana sala tulimba taibula tulatwalirwa sala tishuga mwanda taibula tula shita kwena timbasha flower tulepanga ko tungwa vya sana kashukuru kandika kende ndakalipila kusukuru nsapata kafala fibata shuno kashukuru kandi fwaka kasambile kakeka libwini nishishateke musho nale kuna patungia fidamu weso nomba ino nshita chemfiko muchinshi
All right. So
has a few.
That is what one goat can do for someone at Heifer International. That's what one goat. So you get one or two goats, and guess what? It can change your whole life. Because as Alton Brown said, that big animals make little animals. So instead of her just holding on to her animals, she was able to share them with the people in her community. And that helped to be able to change the community. Can you imagine that? Think about your block. Think just about your block. Let's not think about your whole neighborhood. Let's just think about the block you live on. And if someone gave you something, gave you some training and some materials to help you to sustain your life better, to help you take care of your family better, take care of your children better. Think about that. And think about if what you had multiplied, and then they said, listen, there's only one thing we want you to do. We want you to give some of what you multiplied to someone on your block and to train them how to use it. Imagine that. And then you did that. And then when you gave it to them, you said, no, there's just one thing I need you to do when I give you this. I need you to give someone part of how your materials multiply. And then you have to train them how to make it multiply. Imagine if one person started doing that on your block, and then everyone started doing that for each other. Imagine what could happen on your block. Your block would be the most amazing block anywhere. But guess what? You can do that. You absolutely can. You can do that on your block, and you can do that somewhere around the world when you donate to the Miss Hope's 24-hour Read and Raise-A-Thon, which will benefit Heifer International. You can do that. Some of the gifts are as small as $25. $25 for a chicken when you donate to Heifer International. And that one chicken can start laying eggs. And then you can incubate some of those eggs to become chicks. And then those chicks become chickens and they multiply. And then someone says to the person a little farther down the road, you know what? I want to help you. And I want to teach you how to raise these chickens when they hatch. So here is a hen. I want to give you this hen so that you can start making money to sustain your family, to make sure that your children don't have to stay home and work instead of going to school, so that you have money to pay for your child to go to school. Because in many other places in the world, school is not free like it is here in most of the United States. And that's only if you choose to pay for your child to go to school. But all children are able to go to school for free here. So in other places around the world, that is not the case. So your one gift could help families in so many different ways, and not just with Heifer International, but with Action for Early Learning and the Ronald McDonald House Charities. So please, oh please, do donate, do donate, do donate. The donation link is in the chat as well as on the screen for you to see. Okay. So while we are still waiting for our next guest reader, the other book that I had, because remember, we were talking about loving yourself, the way you look, the way you are, the things you like. So, and we wanted to give some love to the brothers, okay? To the gentlemen. All right. So I have another one that has to do with, the cool cuts, which that is what it's called. Cool cuts. Cool cuts. This book is written and illustrated by Michelle Nay Rowe, author of Happy Hair. All right. So, I love this on the inside. It says, this book belongs to, and it has a place for a name, who was born to be awesome. That is such a good thing to put at the beginning of this book. And no matter what you look like, no matter where you come from, guess what? No matter what your name is, you are born to be awesome. I love that. All right. So this is a Double Day Books for Young Readers book. Cool Cuts by Michelle Renee Rowe. When the stars shine, the world is mine. I am born to be awesome with my hot top. I can do any task, just ask. I am born to be awesome with my cool curls. My hair is free, just like me. I am born to be awesome with my lively locks. Cooler than most, try not to boast. I am born to be awesome with my frohawk. Boom, boom. Play my fave tunes. I am born to be awesome with my mini twists. Be the best no matter how hard the test. I am born to be awesome with my low waves. Try again. Next time I win. I am born to be awesome with my crisp corn rolls. I'm a star. I work hard. I am born to be awesome with my perfect part. Okay, sir, I can relate because you see my part. I relate. I relate. Clever and smart. I love art. I am born to be awesome with my carefree hair. Now we got it twisted. I got it twisted back today, but usually it's pretty carefree. Okay. A happy boy full of joy. I am born to be awesome with my step up. Oh, is that what they call it? I didn't know. Okay. Look at me learning something new today. So fresh and so clean, ready for my dreams. I am born to be awesome with my full fro. I'm also down for the full fro. Okay. If I think I can, if I think it, I can achieve it. I am born to be awesome with my dope designs. I am born to be awesome. And so are you. I love this book. Now, it has a lot of um, black and brown children in here, but guess what? This goes for all the boys, okay? Because you all get cool cuts. You all get cool cuts. I've seen boys of all races with braids and faux hawks and parts and designs. Guess what? You all of you, to be awesome, okay? Well, now we have a guest reader. We have a guest reader. I am so glad to announce our guest reader. Her name is Cynthia Yancey. She has an organization called KJ's Genesis, and I will let her tell you more about herself when I invite her in. Welcome, Cynthia. Welcome.
Hi, Hope. It's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you too. It is so
I'm
good
so
to see
excited to
you.
join, and I'm just so grateful that you hung out with us at my church last weekend. We just really benefited from all that you shared in regards to the autism community. So thank you so much for blessing us, and I'm glad to join you here today as well, and be able to join in story hour. It's so important for us to appreciate reading and to share that with our youth. So I'm excited to be here.
Yay. I'm so glad I was able to do that for you all last weekend. I was like, oh, is it too long? Is it too short? I don't know. But I was like, I just wanted to share and let everyone know that children are awesome, whether they have autism or not. And children with autism are definitely awesome. They have abilities that we wish we could have.
Yes.
Like when I talked about the one child I know that can remember all of the routes to the bus, I was like, wait a minute, all of them?
Right,
So
right,
anywhere
all
I
of
tell
them.
you I want to go from point A to point B, you can get me there? Okay,
Wow.
okay. You are pretty awesome.
Yes.
And the other child who just knows all of the car emblems and can
Wow.
draw them perfectly.
Wow.
Perfectly. Okay.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely amazing. So I will let you get into what you have for us today.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yes,
let
I'm
me
excited.
stop that. Let me know if you want some music because I can play some music because
Oh, wow.
we do ambiance here. Okay, we try
Okay.
to have some ambiance for our books,
Yeah.
so that's usually what I try to do because I'm like,
Okay.
wait, all right,
I'm
so
okay with a little background music. You know I'm musical.
oh
So
yes, she is very musical. She has an amazing voice.
thank
Okay,
you.
amazing singer. So Miss Cynthia Yancey, KJ's Genesis. There you go.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So I'm so grateful again to be here with you guys. And I chose some of the favorite stories that I share with my children. And hopefully there'll be some favorites of yours as well. So the first book that I'm going to read comes out of my first large edition Bible. I hope you can see it. And pretty much I'm just going to read the story of Adam and Eve. So I'm going to read it and then I'll share with you the pictures, okay? So it says, Adam and Eve, God made all the animals and all the plants on the earth. He made the birds and the bees, the trees with fruits, and the trees with just leaves. Then God made a man and he made a woman. God looked at everything he created and said, it's all very good. So I'm going to show you the picture that I have here from this Bible. And I'm actually, that's it for this particular book. However, there are several stories within this book, and it's a good first Bible for children when they're learning just the stories of the Bible. So I just wanted to share this with you because I often read out of this book with my son, who's 3 years old, going on 4, and I think it's a good book for the pre-K and toddler ages. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to go to another one of my favorites. And this book is entitled I Love Being Me by Curly Crew Books, written and illustrated by Marquita Staples Green. Okay, that's I Love Being Me. I love my curly hair. It keeps all the pretty bows in place. Can you see this clearly? Make sure that I'm showing it properly. Okay. I love my hands. They can make such beautiful art. I love my voice. Sometimes I talk real loud so mommy and daddy hear me. I think she's doing a blowout. Her mom and dad are like, "Whoa, you're talking so loud." I love my brown skin. Look at how it glows. I love my nose. When I pinch it, my nose sounds funny. Can you see that? Make sure that you can see it clearly. Okay. I love my laugh. When grandma tells me to relax, it makes me laugh even more. So he is just cracking up down there. I love my eyes. Sometimes I get treats when I open them big and bright and say, please. Oh, wow. Can any kiddos relate to that? Do you get treats when you say please and open your eyes really big and bright? I love my lips. Auntie leaves her lipstick out just for me. Mwah! I'm not so sure Auntie feels that way, but she's enjoying Auntie's lipstick nonetheless. I love my legs. Daddy thinks he can catch me, but I'm too fast. Daddy's sweating. I love my tummy. It's super ticklish. So she's laughing and mommy's just tickling away, right? I love my feet. Uncle loves when I put them right in his face. I don't think Uncle feels that way, but anyway, he's having fun, right? I love my arms. They fit perfectly around my family. Oh, that's beautiful. How many of you enjoy hugs from mom and dad and grandma and sissy, huh? Your friends? I love being me. So I see some boys and girls. They're laughing, they're stretching, they're running. And I think it's important for you to love being you, right? And my family loves me too. Is that cool? So I see a boy with just his daddy here, right? And then over here, you have, I guess, like his brother. So I think that's daddy and two boys, right? So, and then you have a mom and dad and two sisters. And then you have a mom and dad and a son. And then you have just a single mom, right? Over here with her daughter. And then you have a mom and a dad and two children. So regardless of what your family consists of, whether you live with your auntie or your grandma or your mom or your dad, it's important that we love our family and appreciate their love for us as well. So that's one of my favorite stories. And I have another one. It's entitled Woke Baby. Woke Baby by Mahogany L. Brown and illustrated by Theodore Taylor III. So this is also, I really enjoy this book. I think it's even for toddlers and children who are in the pre-K stage as well. Okay, Woke Baby. And even infants, younger than 12 months. So this is a fun book. Woke Baby, up before the sun smiles, eyes open. See, he's just waking up and he just has one eye open there. Great way to start your day. Look at your fists, fingers curled into a panther's paw, pointing up, 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 reaching for justice. So he's stretching. How many people stretch when they first wake up in the morning, right? You got to get all the kinks out. Look at each toe, wiggling hello to the sky. There is no glass ceiling. There is no one to tell you no. How many of you wiggle your toes when you're waking up in the morning? Stretching, stretching, stretching. Okay. Up, up, up on each knee, bent like half moons. Woke baby, you are an awakened dream. Oh, wow. He's an awakened dream for his mommy and daddy. He's just a blessing, right? And how many of you are blessings? All of you are blessings as well. Here is your voice loud and wailing. Oh, so now Wolf Baby is crying. He wants to tell his mommy or daddy that he's awake. He's ready to eat and get his day started. Here are your hands reaching for what is yours. Oh, wow. He's excited. Now he's happy because mommy came to get him, right? Here are your eyes widened and bright. So now we have these big, beautiful eyes from this woke baby. I know all of you have pretty eyes too, right? Different colors and different shades. Bright, pretty, beautiful eyes to see. Woke baby, you stop for no one. So now he's out and about and he's crawling. He's not even walking yet, but he wants to explore his environment. You twist to your own beat. You babble songs of freedom. Wow. So he's a free-hearted little guy, and mommy's laughing and he's laughing. I think he found her earring. Like a good revolutionary, you never ever sleep. Looks like he might be getting a little tired. I think he might be yawning, right? Only rest until the next dawn. So he's resting with the earring in his hand and his blocks and his star on the floor. How many of you sometimes get tired, right? You get tired while you're playing and you need a nap sometimes, right? Well, he's taking his nap. Okay. So that's one of my favorites as well. Woke baby. Okay. So I have another book which I really, really enjoy reading, particularly to my son. This book is entitled I Am: Positive Affirmations for Brown Boys. However, these affirmations can be used for girls as well and for boys of every ethnic background, okay? It's by Aisha Rodriguez. I am. Just gonna turn this here. Okay. Okay. This book is dedicated to all of you wonderfully made brown boys. I may not know you all personally, but I support and believe in you. So that's from the author. Okay. Amazing men have come before me. I will be one too. Following in their footsteps is something I must do. I am great. So it looks like he may be at a museum and he's learning about other historical figures and he's expecting to be great one day. And I'm sure you'll be great one day also. I look to history as one of my biggest teachers. I am proud of my brown complexion and my African features. I am handsome. Handsome. So that's something that you can say about yourself, boys and girls. Boys say I am handsome and girls say I am pretty or I am beautiful because that's what you are, right? I am happy with myself, you see, for doing the right things. Being honest, caring, and fair gives me good feelings. I really enjoy this picture because this little guy is helping an older woman across the street. And that is awesome. It's important to be kind and to always take chances to be nice. I always say it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Doing my best in school is something I will do. Learning math and science is pretty awesome too. I am smart. So I want for all of you to say that, even right now, say, I am smart. Say it nice and loud so you can hear it. And maybe you like math, maybe you like science, but sometimes you might like social studies or reading, language arts, English. Those of you who may be taking languages, Spanish or French or Swahili, whatever language you may be learning, but it's important to enjoy your learning. Learning can be fun, right? And so here he's making the statement that he is smart. And so I'm saying that about all of the boys and girls out there, that you are smart. I eat healthy foods and exercise a lot. I have to be good to my body. It's the only one I've got. I am important. So I think this illustration is really important. He's playing tennis and he's eating a banana and drinking plenty of water. And so it's important, even despite COVID, that we get out and that we get opportunities to exercise or walk and eat healthy food. And he's emphasizing that you are important and you have to take care of your body. Family and friends want me to succeed. Even those I don't know support and believe in me. I am loved. All right. So I'm saying that about you guys. You may have a big family or a small family or a church family or community that you're a part of. And it's important for you to know that you are loved, that you are valuable. So I want you to say that with me. Say, I am loved. Okay. I can be president, a professor, or even have my own business. It takes a lot of hard work, but I know that I can do this. I am able. So he's envisioning himself accomplishing his goals as maybe either the president or a professor at a university or a business owner, right? Some of you may have your own business right now, right? You might make jewelry or you might, I don't know, sell bracelets or something. But it's very important to realize what your abilities are and what your potential is. And for you to always say, I am able, because you can be great. I really like this one. I am a reflection of God, and He lives within me. I come from excellence. I will fulfill my destiny. I am thankful, right? So this really is powerful. He's on the beach and he's watching the sunset, and only God could create this awesome world we live in. And he's just saying that the same God that created this world created me. And every time you see me, you see a reflection of God. And I want to do everything He created me to do. And He's saying that He is thankful. So that's a good way to be. Whenever someone does something nice for you, it's always good to be thankful. So we can review all of the affirmations. An affirmation is something positive that you say, particularly about yourself in this case. Okay? So they are, I am great. I am handsome, or for my beautiful princesses, I am beautiful or I am pretty. I am kind. I am smart. I am important. I am loved. I am able. I am thankful. And lastly, this one I enjoy, I am a king, right? And so for my lovely ladies, you would say, I am a queen. And so we embrace all of the positive attributes that we have. And it's important to say positive things about ourselves. And here we have a picture of him looking at himself in the mirror and saying these things. And so I would encourage you to do the same. I am great. I am handsome, or I am pretty. I am kind. I am thankful, so forth and so on. And you can actually add others to the list that will make you feel good about yourself and cause you to have a positive outlook every day when you wake up in the morning, okay? So that again is one of my favorites. It's entitled I Am by Aisha Rodriguez. All right. So I do have a
Wow.
few more, but I don't know if I
Oh,
should
you do?
stop now. I do, but
Oh,
I can
okay.
stop.
Okay, I didn't know. I was like, oh, I don't want her to feel like she has to just keep reading if, like, you didn't have any other ones. But thank you so much for the ones you've read already. Let me let you get back. Listen, friends. More books to read.
Thank you. So yeah, this actually is one of my favorites. I guess I have a lot of favorites, right? This is entitled Madison's Colorful Affirmations. And the author is Tiffany Money. I actually know this young lady personally, and I'm just so proud of her. And so I hope you'll enjoy this book. It's illustrated by Jasmine Mills, and it's always a good read. My son always asks me to read it again. So maybe you'll be able to invest in this book, but I hope you enjoy this read today. And I'm identifying books that have affirmations because I think there's so much negativity that goes on in our society today. And it's really important to focus in on the positive things, or else we'll miss the opportunity to, right? So you have to do that on purpose. So let's check out what's going on with Madison, okay? At 6:57 a.m., the alarm clock sounds, and Madison is immediately thankful to see another sunrise. As she yawns and stretches her arms to the ceiling from her bed, the first color chosen is brown. Madison declares, I am brown. So I want to make sure you can see this awesome picture. And brown represents beautiful, radiant, original, wonderful, and natural. I am brown. Okay. So I want you to say that about yourself. Okay. You're beautiful, radiant, original, wonderful, and natural. Okay. She then leaves the bedroom and makes her way to the bathroom. Madison finished brushing her teeth and took a moment to look at her freckled face reflection in the mirror. She placed her glasses on her face and said, I am red. Red represents righteous, equipped, and driven, right? There we go. Righteous, equipped, and driven. So I want you to say that about yourself. Righteous, equipped, and driven. And I believe she's acknowledging God. So she's saying that she has the righteousness of God. Okay. So here we have Madison walking down the steps. She's all dressed, looks like she's ready for school. Madison got dressed for school and headed downstairs as her father called her to eat breakfast. As she walked down the stairs, she chanted, I am orange. And you see this beautiful orange background as she's going down the stairs. So orange is outstanding, ready, amazing, noble, genuine, and extravagant. She is outstanding. I want you to say that about yourself. And sometimes we have to say positive things about ourselves, even if we don't feel that way. So we have to make that statement believing that we can be that. And so you have to make a faith statement and say it anyway. Even if you don't feel it, even if you may not be feeling well, you might be upset about something, say, I'm outstanding anyway. Okay? All right. She marched through the living room cheering, I am yellow. So she's going through all the colors of the rainbow. Now, yellow represents, I don't know if you can see that as well because it's so bright, but yellow represents youthful, epic, legendary, lovable, optimistic, and worthy. So Madison is cheering that she is yellow today. So I want to let all of you know that you are worthy of having great things. Okay. Okay. Madison prepped the dining room table for later while singing, I Am Green. How many lovers of green out there, huh? Okay, so green is gifted, real, efficient, eligible, and needed. So Madison is making the declaration that she is green today. And I'm saying that to you. You're green today. Okay. Now, this is my favorite. I love blue. Madison entered the kitchen and sat at the table. Her father reached out for her hands. They closed their eyes and blessed the food before indulging. While pouring syrup on her blueberry waffles, she proclaimed, I am blue. Well, I love blueberry waffles and blueberry pancakes. So she declared that she's blue, which is blessed, loved, unique, and empowered. Okay. So I'm saying that about you today, that you are blessed, that you are loved, that you are unique, and you are empowered. And what's really cool about this book is that some of the words in this book of affirmations is similar to the last book that I read. So that's kind of cool. Madison and her father, Maurice, finished eating breakfast and continued with their daily routine. Madison grabbed her backpack and her father picked up his briefcase. They went out of the front door. Madison began to skip down the sidewalk to school, declaring, I am purple. And she's wearing a purple backpack. So purple is powerful, unmatched, resilient, phenomenal, loyal, and encouraged. Madison is declaring that she is purple today. So I don't know if you boys like, purple because it's more of like a girly color, but it also represents royalty. So boys can still represent purple and you can still claim that you are the things that purple represents. So as she traveled along, she admired the large fluffy clouds in the sky and said, I am white. Wealthy, human, intelligent, terrific, and enough. White. And we know that our God made the beautiful white clouds for us to be able to look up and enjoy every day. Madison was way ahead of her father and stopped to smell the beautiful roses while she waited for him to catch up. She closed her eyes gently, touched a rose petal, took a deep breath, exhaled, and whispered, I am pink. How many pinkies? How many lovers of pink? How many girls out there love pink? Pink is pretty. So it's perfect, illuminating, notorious, and knowledgeable. Madison is pink. She's wearing a pink dress. How many pinky girls out there? We're not going to discriminate, guys. You can wear pink too. All right. Maurice finally caught up to his daughter and grabbed her hand before they crossed the street. She glanced up at him in amazement and proudly stated, I am Black. All right. Which is bold, luminous, authentic, complete, and kind. Right. So I'm going to say it again. Bold, luminous, authentic, complete, and kind. So those are all wonderful attributes for us to declare over ourselves, right? Madison waved goodbye to her father as she entered the schoolyard. She ran over to greet her friends playing double dutch. How many double dutch jumpers out there? I never could learn how, but I've always admired them. She affirmed, "I am silver," as she passes by the silver gate. Special, important, we said that one before, right? Lion-hearted, I love that one. How many brave souls out there? Lion-hearted. Valuable, enthusiastic, and remarkable, right? So I want to encourage you in knowing that when you declare affirmations over yourself, you begin to believe it, because when you say things, you tend to believe it. The Bible says, "Whatsoever a man thinks in his heart, so is he." And so when you speak positive things, they come into fruition. So if you're saying things about yourself like, "I am lion-hearted," wow, that means you're going to develop great bravery. And "I am valuable and remarkable." And I believe that about each of you, that you can do great things, okay? And by saying these things, they can encourage you as you work on accomplishing your goals every day. So it looks like she's standing in line with her teacher. The school bell rang loudly. All of the children proceeded to get information to walk inside the building. Madison pledged her final declaration before class began. "I am gold, golden, outstanding, living, and determined." Madison is declaring that she is gold today. To live in color is a beautiful thing. If you don't already do it, try and see how much of a difference it makes for the outcome of your day. Love, smile, be happy, and live in color on purpose. So here we have Madison, and she doesn't have any colors, but maybe you can identify maybe your favorite color. Maybe it's magenta or turquoise or one of those Crayola crayon colors that everyone doesn't know. But when you write down the color, write a positive affirmation next to it. And I want you to reflect on the positive affirmations that we've discussed today, because it allows for you to see yourself from a positive perspective and view life from that perspective. And when you expect for positive things to come out of you, you can expect for your environment and your experience in life to be positive, because that's what you're declaring over yourself. So I have two more short stories, not very long, but this is one of my favorites. It's entitled, "I Love You, Daddy." It's by Brooke Vital and it's illustrated by Laura Watkins. So this little bear looks like he's really enjoying his daddy bear. Okay. "I love you, Daddy. When you make me what I love to eat." How many of you love to eat? I love to eat. Miss Cynthia loves to eat. Okay. "You know my favorite breakfast and make it oh so sweet." How many people love pancakes or French toast or waffles? Well, Daddy's making a little guy. Looks like he's making him some pancakes. "I love you, Daddy, when you lift me high to dunk a basketball. Held so tightly in your arms, I know I'll never fall." Wow, he's going for the hoop, guys. He's going for the dunk. How many basketball lovers we have out there? My family, we love basketball. "I love you, Daddy, when you take me to see friends that you know. You sit me on your shoulders so I can say hello." So Daddy is a bear, but he has some giraffe friends and they get to hang out. How many of you enjoy hanging out? Like on the weekends, right? You get to go see family and friends. "I love you, Daddy, when we play and dress up in our best. We put on armor, grab our swords, and go on magic quests." So he looks like he's on a magic quest with his dad, right? "I love you, Daddy, when you teach me how to play a game. You clap your hands and cheer for me as you shout out my name." So his dad is cheering for him and they're playing this game, right? So you got to put your name in that. Tamika or Ashley or Joseph or Israel. Imagine your dad shouting out your name. I love you, Daddy, when you help me climb so very high. When you're behind me, I feel like I can fly. Man, he feels like a superhero. Who's your favorite superhero? The Superman, Spider-Man, Black Panther? I love you, Daddy, when we play and make a lot of noise. We run around the house together using all my toys. So they're playing in his toy chest and they're just having a grand old time. I love you, Daddy, when we build a cushion pirate ship. You take me all around the world on each and every trip. So they're playing make believe, and he's imagining that he's going all around the world. They're explorers. I love you, Daddy, when you help me learn to ride my bike. You hold me steady as I ride, just the way I like. So, how many of you know how to ride a bike on your own? He doesn't have any training wheels. So, he's learning. Soon, Dad's going to let him go and he's going to be off. I love you, Daddy, when we sing and make up silly rhymes. The moments that we spend together are my favorite times. Oh, he's enjoying that time with Dad. They're just singing and having a good old time. I love you, Daddy, when we look at all the stars above. You tell me all their stories and fill me with your love. I love you, Daddy, when you hold me close to say goodnight. With your arms around me, I know that I'll sleep tight. Well, that's all for this book. I love you, Daddy. Well, this is my last book, and it's entitled I Love You, Mommy. So we have some of you out there who love Daddy and love Mommy. It's entitled, well, the author is Melanie Joyce and Palona Loveson. Full of love and hugs. I love you, Mommy. I love you, Mommy, because in my dreams, you wake me with kisses like soft sunbeams. Oh, wow. How many of you, Mommy, wakes you with kisses? I usually shake my daughter's feet, but she's a lot older now. When she was younger, I did, but not anymore. She gets to shake. When I run to hide, you say, I'll find you. I giggle so much that you always do. Right? So they're playing hide and go seek, and she's just a laughing. And Mommy is able to find her because she's laughing so much. When I get muddy and in a muddle, you wash me clean and give me a cuddle. Yeah, so she enjoys bath time after she comes in from playing outside. I love you, Mommy, because in your arms, I know I will always be safe from harm. How many of you love hugs from Mommy? Those are the best. I love the meadows that we walk through, where I pick bunches of flowers for you. Aw. So she just wants to give Mommy some flowers. That's so sweet. Mother's Day is coming up, you guys. When soft snowflakes fall in icy weather, we snuggle up and keep warm together. Yeah. I know it's springtime, but it's always fun to be able to get either in front of a fireplace or have some heat and some cocoa. So they're snuggling together. I love you, Mommy, because every day you give me treats and we laugh and play. Treats, laughter, and playtime are always great. In the evening light, we listen to the bees, all humming and buzzing among the trees. At nighttime, you show me the stars and moon. When I yawn, you say, it will be bedtime soon. That's a lovely picture. I don't know if you guys have ever just sat out underneath the stars and just watched the moon and just watched just the beauty of the nighttime. It's always beautiful. Okay. If I'm scared of the dark and want a light, you make little fireflies glow through the night. Wow. Have you guys ever caught fireflies? I used to love that in the summertime. Catch the fireflies. I think that bear enjoyed the fireflies too. You are my mommy, and there's no one like you. I love you, mommy, and you love me too. Oh, how precious is that? So that's my last and final book. I love you, mommy. I have really enjoyed story time with you, and I hope I'll be able to come back soon.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Cynthia.
You're
All of
welcome.
those selections were so great. Now, I'm going to look back at this so
Okay.
that I can get the names of those affirmation books.
Oh,
Those
great. Yes.
are awesome. Those are awesome. Now, I've been
I'm glad you
looking
like
for books like that and always looking online on the places where I buy books, but those are so beautiful. And
Yeah.
just showing children standing in the mirror and saying these positive things to themselves is so powerful. Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
taking over this hour. That was amazing. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. I had a lot of fun.
Yes, and we had a lot of fun listening to the stories, and it was very empowering. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
you're
So,
welcome.
tell us a little bit about KJ's Genesis before you go.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Excuse
So,
me.
no, that's fine. So, I'm actually the mom of a boy who's on the spectrum. He's my miracle son. His name is Kavan Jr., so KJ for short. And he actually is going to be 13 this year. So, we're going to have a
Oh,
teenager on our hands. But I have been desiring to offer support to the autistic community. And I don't know how much you may have talked about autism. I know that you major in that area, but autism is it's a disability that affects communication patterns. And so pretty much what my organization does is creates awareness centered around the challenges that my son endures, and just tries to make life a little bit better and increase the quality thereof. And so we increase awareness by having workshops, and we're looking to do some support groups for both parents and siblings of children on the spectrum. We want to do a couple of runs. So those types of things get the community involved, and just making, and I also want to do some health screening. And so the essence that KJ wants to do is to just recognize the fact that children on the spectrum are regular kids. And I
mhm,
remember you mentioning the fact that that they're very much like us. The only issue
mhm,
is they have some challenges with communication, and we want to break down some of those barriers to recognize that just because I can't necessarily articulate doesn't mean that I don't think and feel the same as you do. So how
mhm.
can we make their communication understandable to us, and how can we be more supportive and understanding and inviting to this community? So That's what KJ's Genesis is all about. Actually, Genesis is my oldest daughter, and so the name of the organization is a play on their names, but it's just an opportunity to allow for KJ's journey to be a little easier and increase his quality of life, as well as those in the autistic community.
Oh, that is awesome. Thank you so much. That is so
Thank
true.
you.
I say it all the time. You take children with special needs and quote unquote regular children, put them on a playground. Put
Yes.
them on a playground
Mhm.
and they will all start playing together.
Yes.
They're climbing, they're running,
Yes.
they're laughing. Sometimes children with autism, they might not laugh very loud or they just might laugh to themselves, but they're having a good time, okay?
Yes.
You put them on a playground and just watch them.
Right.
And you're like, wait a minute, I didn't know you could climb that. I thought you were afraid of, I'm telling you. You know.
Yes.
But thank you again so much. So how can people get in touch with you at KJ's Genesis?
Oh, absolutely. So we're actually in the process of developing, but I would just say inbox me at my email, which is joymelodyforlife@gmail.com. Again, I know it's long. So again, that's joymelodyforlife@gmail.com. And yeah, we'll be giving more information about that. I also have a Facebook page. So my Facebook page is Joy Melody. And so if you're interested in any information regarding upcoming events and things of that nature, I'm always posting information about our organization on my personal Facebook page, as well as we develop other mediums of communication and contact, because actually we just received our 501c3 status this year. So yeah, so actually this month. So thank you. So we're very new, and we're looking to tread some waters and do some powerful things. So, and definitely with partnerships with people like you, we're very optimistic.
Thank you so much. So you did awesome. Thank you so much for coming on to the 24-hour Read and Raise Read-A-Thon.
Awesome.
And anyone who wants to get in touch with KJ's Genesis, make sure you email her and you email Cynthia or catch her on her Facebook page, Joy Melody. Thank you so much again.
You're more than welcome. I enjoyed it.
And we enjoyed it as well. Okay, well, I'll see you next time.
See you later. Yes, definitely. I'll be back.
Okay, bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.
Wasn't that wonderful? That was amazing. I'm so glad that we got to hear all of those wonderful books, affirmation books. They were so powerful. And that's really a good assignment. So for my teacher friends, my parent teacher friends, okay, if you want to, so if you want to do an assignment with your students, so an acrostic, that's basically what it is, an acrostic poem. You want to do something like that with your students to also bolster their confidence and that positivity. That is something awesome to do. You do acrostic poems about things all the time. But what about doing one for affirmations? Choosing a color. What is your favorite color? What awesome and amazing things can you say about yourself based on the letters of this color? That was so powerful. I so love those books. And I will be checking back to this recording so that I can find out about those books. Those were very, very good. Now, my friends, just another reminder, please do go to the GoFundMe and donate. I'm not seeing the change I want to see in the GoFundMe, friends. So please do go to the GoFundMe and donate to these wonderful causes. I also did say that I will be keeping the GoFundMe open for 2 weeks after these broadcasts, because remember, it's 6 little segments. Okay, so I will be keeping that open for those of you who will want to donate later. Okay, so please do donate to the Miss Hope's Reading Hour GoFundMe for Action West Philadelphia, Action for Early Learning, the Ronald McDonald House Charities, and Heifer International. So if you see me looking around a lot, that's because, remember, I told you guys that where I'm broadcasting from is right near a window, and it is so windy here in Philadelphia. And there is a big tree outside of my yard, and I'm just in my yard, and I'm like, oh wow, it is super windy. Woo! It's really sunny outside. Wind feels really good, but it's really, really windy. So, just so you know that, because I know you're probably like, wait a minute, why is she looking all around? That's because I'm like, is anything blowing against the window? Okay. But thank you so much, Miss Cynthia Yancey with KJ's Genesis Incorporated. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful stories that were beautiful, filled with love and affirmation and empowerment. Thank you so much. So much. So let me get a book. Let me see what book we're going to read, because we're talking about love and affirmation and loving yourself. Let's find. Oh, this one's perfect. This one is perfect. I remember getting this book and I was like, whoa, this is like a really big book. Okay. But when I read it, I was like, oh, this book is such a beautiful book. So it is a book about family. All right. So this is the book that we will read. Oh, but before we go into the reading, I do want to share our videos about who we are collecting funds for, okay? Because remember, I told you, I want you to know where your money is going. I want you to know where it's going. I don't want you to say, oh, well, I'm just giving to this thing because Miss Hope's a part of it, and I think that that would be pretty fun. No. I want you to know where your money is going. That is what I want you to know. So let me share our videos, and then we will get into our next book, okay? Hold on. Let me share my screen. All right. Let me stop our ambiance so you can hear. Just a moment. All right.
For early learning, really truly benefited my son in so many different ways.
My name is Maria Walker, and I'm Project Director for Drexel University's Action for Early Learning. Action for Early Learning is a Drexel-led collaboration of social service, educational, and community agencies working together to create a support system for families in West Philadelphia, particularly in the Promise neighborhood, to increase quality education improvement.
I'm representing Delaware Valley Association for the Education of Young Children as the Alliance Manager for Action for Early Learning. Action for Early Learning Alliance for Child Care Managers is made up of 23 early childhood programs in West Philadelphia. We bring the center directors together along with teachers sometimes to the Dornsife Center. And our focus and goal is assisting the early childhood programs in continuous quality improvement.
It helps with my staff with professional development management for classrooms. I was able to grow within the last 3 years being part of the Alliance and having great mentors, working with our facility. It's helping Taylor's Learning Academy to prepare our children for a better future.
Teachers and directors are trained to make sure that young children ready for kindergarten.
It's a big difference because that child who has not used early childhood education, he starts off behind.
Action for Early Learning has a very strong focus on early literacy.
Functional literacy is on the rise, and we need not let these children from 0 to 8 that's coming up right now be that way.
So we were able to have a partnership with Read-A-Thon. Their dream and our dream was just to get books in the hands of every single organization that had touch with children.
To just improve the quality of the centers wouldn't be enough. If the community didn't buy into it, and if parents didn't understand the reason why it's important to improve those centers, the children wouldn't benefit from the work. People's Emergency Center created an excellent cohort of family ambassadors to spread the word about the need for families and caregivers and parents to make sure that their children are attending high-quality centers.
Family ambassadors are very good. They come out to each event that we have at the center. They talk to the parents and have the parents get engaged with whatever activities we have going on, whichever information they have in reference to childcare. Talk to the parents one-on-one.
They get firsthand knowledge how to not just help themselves and help their children, but they get a chance to help other children through their experiences. It takes a village to raise a child. Everybody has to be involved.
It is not a thing where everybody's separated, everybody's different, but we're all of like minds and we're communicating and we're able to help one another out. The biggest goal for me is just community. Everyone working together. That's what we're talking about today. You see the different people who are coming and who are reading live or sending in their videos of books that they have read. That's what we are doing today. We are working together to help raise money for these awesome organizations. That is what we are doing. That was so perfect that he said it takes a village to raise a child. And it doesn't just take a village to raise a child. It takes a village to take care of the village. Okay? Because sometimes, just like with, he's saying that, and he works for West Philadelphia Action for Early Learning, Heifer International, they're talking about helping people with giving them that livestock and the farm equipment and the training, and then they're helping the village. And with Ronald McDonald House Charities, they are helping the village. Okay, so that is exactly what we are talking about today. And we want you to go on to the GoFundMe and donate. It is in the chat as well as right down here, the address to go to donate to the GoFundMe. Okay, so before I show the next video, let's read this story. So we were talking about love and loving yourself and loving family, and this book is perfect for just that subject. The name of this book is So Much. So Much. This book is by Trish Cook, illustrated by Helen Oxenberry. So much. And this is a Candlewick Press book. I've read a few books by Candlewick Press. They weren't doing anything. Mom and the baby. Nothing really. Then, ding dong. Oh, Mom looked at the door. The baby looked at Mom. It was. Who was it at the door? Who was it at the door? Auntie Biba. Auntie Biba came inside. I'm sorry, we don't have any ambiance. What is going on here? No, we need ambiance. There we go. Auntie Biba came inside with her arms out wide, and one big smile. Oh, she said, I want to squeeze him. I want to squeeze the baby. I want to squeeze him so much. Look at Auntie Biba. And she sat the baby on her knee to play clap, clap, stamp your foot. Then she read him a book. They weren't doing anything. Mom and the baby and Auntie Biba. Nothing really. Then, ding dong. Hello. Mom looked at the door. Auntie Biba looked at the baby. The baby looked at Mom. It was... Who was it? Let's see. Uncle Didi. Uncle Didi came inside with his eyebrows raised high, and his lips scrunched up small. Hello, he said. I want to kiss him. I want to kiss the baby. I want to kiss him so much. And he put the baby on his shoulders, and it felt shaky. He flip-flapped him over till he nearly dropped him. Hey! They weren't doing anything. Mom and the baby and Uncle Biba and Uncle Didi. Nothing really. Then ding dong. Yo-ho! Mom looked at the door. Uncle Didi looked at Auntie Biba. Auntie Biba looked at the baby. The baby looked at Mom. It was... Wow. Wonder who it was. Nanny and Gran. Nanny and Gran came inside with their handbags cocked up on one side and their umbrella hooked up on their sleeve. Yo-ho, they said. I want to eat him up. I want to eat the baby. I want to eat him so much. And they hug him and they love him and they make him feel so cozy, singing songs and dancing till it was time for sleeping. Yeah, that'll give you a workout. They weren't doing anything. Mom and the baby and Auntie Biba and Uncle Didi and Nanny and Gran. Nothing really. Then ding dong. Hey, pow. Mom looked at the door. Nanny looked at Gran-Gran. Gran-Gran looked at Uncle Didi. Uncle Didi looked at Uncle Biba. Auntie Biba looked at the baby. It was... Ooh, that couch is getting a little crowded, isn't it? Who was it? Cousin KK and big cousin Ross. Cousin KK came inside and he spin up his hat round and round, and he do like a riding horsey. Giddy up, giddy up. Hey, pow, pow, he said. I want to fight him. I want to fight the baby. I want to fight him so much. And they wrestle and they wrestle. He pushed the baby first. The baby hit him back. He give the baby pinch. The baby give him slap. And they laugh and laugh and laugh. And the house was full, full, full. And they sit down there waiting for the next ding dong. They wait and they wait, but it never come. Mom said, "Is everybody all right?" And the baby and cousin start to fight again. Nanny and Gran-Gran take out cards and dominoes. Uncle Didi start to slap them down on the table. And Auntie Biba plays some records really loud. Mom said, "What craziness all around." They weren't doing anything. Mom and the baby and Auntie Biba and Uncle Didi and Nanny and Gran-Gran and Cousin KK. Nothing really. Then ding dong, I'm home. And everybody stopped. Mom picked the baby up and they all wait by the door. That's a crowded doorway. "Surprise!" everybody said. And Mom said, "Happy birthday, Daddy." And everybody joined in. Oh, a surprise party! Then Daddy rubbed the baby face against the whiskers on his chin. And Mom brought the food. And Mom brought in the food she'd been cooking. Oh, look, they're having a party. Everybody enjoyed the party. And when it was time for them to go, and everybody tired, the baby wanted to play some more. Mom said no, she put him to bed. But, oh, he doesn't look too happy, right? Like, I thought we were still having a party, y'all. The baby played bounce bounce with Ted, played bounce bounce in his crib, and he remembered everybody saying how they wanted to squeeze and kiss and eat and fight him. He's like, "I'm not ready for the party to be over." Because they loved him so much. The end. What a beautiful story. How the family all love the baby and each other so much. Such a wonderful story. I loved being able to read that one before. Well, my friends, let me share with you another video about the organizations that we are contributing to, that you are contributing to. So, how about we see a video about what a Ronald McDonald House actually, at least one of them, because they all don't look the same. Let's take a look at what one of them kind of looks like, shall we? Let me share my screen. Oh, wait a minute. We gotta cut our ambiance. Okay. Let me share my screen. Yes. Just a moment. There we go.
When a family walks in our doors, we want them to feel like this is a home away from home. And at this place, they will not only receive a bed and a hot meal, but also a sense of hope.
So, that is all that they offer to children and families when they come to the Ronald McDonald House. You saw that big pantry, how they have comfortable rooms for them to stay in as a family, how they have video games and fun things for the kids. That is all that they offer and more at the Ronald McDonald House Charities Homes for families that come to live there while their child is going through treatment, life-saving treatment, and dealing with life-threatening illnesses. So please, oh please, find it in your heart to go to the GoFundMe and to donate to these very amazing causes that we are championing today on the Miss Hope's Reading Hour 24-hour Read and Raise-A-Thon. Okay? So let me see. What book are we going to read now? Let me see what book we're going to read. Oh, wait a minute. I saw this one. Remember, you guys, I got books everywhere. Okay? Because we reading all this time. Okay? So let me see. I think I might want to read this one. And, let's see. We're reading some, oh, yes. Got some good ones. Uh-oh, lost one. But I'll get it back. Yes, this one as well. So I don't think I can read all. See, this is the problem, friends. Let me tell you what happened, right? When I was picking the books. So as I told everyone in the first segment of the Miss Hope's Reading Hour Read and Raise-A-Thon, as I told them, right? I told them that I have read close to 400 books, if not 400, almost 400 books within a year. It's possibly over 400. So when I went to try to pick books, I was like, oh boy, it's hard for me to choose because I loved all of them. They were all so good. So that's the reason why there are so many books up in here. Okay. So the book I am going to read, because we are close to the time when we will have to sign off and then come back with segment number 3. Okay. So I will have to sign off, but I will be back and we will continue with the Read and Raise Read-A-Thon. Okay. And we have some more readers. We have some more videos. It's just going to be great until we are finished, done. Okay. All right. So the next book I am going to read is called This Is Me. This is me. This is me, the story of who we are and where we came from. So the author of this book is Jamie Lee Curtis and Laura Connell. And it is a number one national best-selling team. Now, Jamie Lee Curtis, she is an actor. But just because you're an actor doesn't mean that you can't do multiple things. Plenty of them have written books. And it's a wonderful thing that you've written a children's book too. So this is me, the story of who we are and where we came from. And this is a Workman Publishing book by Jamie Lee Curtis, illustrated by Laura Cornell. My great-grandmother came from a far, distant place. She came on a boat with just this small case. Great-grandmother left her family and friends to cross the great sea to a land at the end. Her parents informed her she had no say. Tomorrow we leave for a place far away. So fill up this case with the things you love best. Sadly, you'll have to leave all of the rest. Oh man. Did she wear all her clothes to leave her Did she wear all of her clothes to leave more space? Could her family album fit in this case? I know she took ribbons and some things to eat and shoes when they said to take care of her feet. Her whole family tree, pen and pencil set, one writing journal, a comb and barrette, great-great-grandma's necklace, her own handmade doll that she clutched on her journey when she felt very small. How did she do it? What would you take? Would you be scared that you'd make a mistake? How would you know in this case what to pack, and that once you had left there'd be no coming back? So you, my dear class, have big choices to make. When you bring this case home, what will you take? I couldn't take paintings or Diglett my rat, or trophies or school books or Dad's hand-carved bat. I'd take lots of photos and the doll my gran sewed, and my first in line ticket to Katie's first show. My punk rocker Barbie, 'cause my mom was one too. My barely stuffed bear, old Winnie the Pooh. I think anybody would need a bear on a journey like that. Abuelo's beret, my ukulele, and my St. Christopher's medal to look out for me. My USA passport that makes me feel free. My Nintendo DS with my fave, Luigi. My signed Harry Potter. My baby tooth tin. My aunt's high school class ring. My dad's Navy pen. My Groucho Marx glasses, Weird Al signed CD, my Notre Dame jersey, and my karate gi. Legos, camera, if this really happened, if my Legos, a camera to film what I leave. If this really happened, it would be hard to believe. But I'd be so excited with all that was new. People and things to meet and to do. Great work, Elena, for the time that you took. This suitcase is like your own history book. For who you all are isn't just what you've got, but part what you learn, part what you're taught. Who you become starts with your past, family histories, and stories that last. The great tide that brought you, seeds ancestors sowed that took root inside you and helped you to grow. Now you take this case and imagine it's true that you're leaving and needing to choose what says you. What would you take? Which things would they be that say to the world, "Hi there, this is me"? So, what would you take? Look at that. Isn't that so cool? What would you take? The end. So, if you had to do that, what would you take? Let me think what I would take. I would definitely take my camera. Definitely take that. I would definitely take my portable charger. Okay, because you never know if you have electricity. Um, hmm. I would take my high school yearbook. Trying to think, what else would I take? I would take a journal. I would take a journal and some pencils. I would take one of my ceramic pieces that I made in school. I would take one of those. If there was one big thing I could take, oh goodness, what would it be? Oh gosh. One big thing, it would probably be oh man, I don't know. I probably would want to take my mother's jewelry box because we would be together, okay? And I probably would take her jewelry box so that she could have her jewelry. And I would probably take either my Cricut or my sewing machine because I need some way to be creative. So I would probably take those things with me. That is probably what I would take. Okay. So, my friends, let me show you. Wait a minute, did I do that already? Did I show you the video about Heifer International? No, I did not. I showed you Action for Early Learning. I showed you the Ronald McDonald House, but I did not show you another video about Heifer International. So let me share that video with you guys. So let me show you a video about what oh yes, how livestock can end poverty. Let me show you that one. Hold on a moment. Okay. So let me share my screen. Just a moment.
productivity of land, productivity of labor are two key factors to take people out of poverty and hunger. Livestock is a way to do that. And that is one of the reasons you see livestock where the poorest of the poor live. They know this. There is a barrier to livestock in that you have to have some, and you have to be trained on how to take care of the livestock. Once that is done, your livelihoods change radically. Animal-based foods, whether they be milk, eggs, chicken, meat, are superior to cereal or carbohydrate-based diets in situations where hunger and malnutrition exist. You have a sufficient way to generate income, to nourish yourself, to actually build wealth and gain assets. Livestock is a fundamental approach that is key to ending poverty and hunger.
So that is the reason why they give livestock to families in other countries, because it helps to end poverty. Because there are so many things that come from livestock that we don't think about. So there is the sheep that you use, that you get the, oh wait a minute, why am I losing the word? The wool from the sheep, and even from goat skins, and even cow skins. You can sell those things, the meat, the milk, making butter, chickens. There's so many things, eggs, that come from all of those things. And the one thing that one of the videos talked about was fertilizer. That is natural. So there's no chemicals, and you can use their poop as fertilizer for the things that are growing even in the yards of people who are raising these livestock. So there are so many different things that can help a family to be able to sell things, to be able to be nourished and fed, and to be able to feed the plants, which feed the animals, which feed them. So the whole circle is helping to build a sustainable life and income for these families. That is the reason we are asking for you to donate. Donate. Please do go to the GoFundMe and donate. We're not just here for reading, which is always awesome, but we are here to donate to these awesome organizations, okay? So please do feel free to donate. Now, I'm going to say this, and it's only for this time. If by chance you have any issue with donating through GoFundMe, you can today only send it to my Cash App so that it can go straight towards the GoFundMe. Because I don't know if some people may have an issue with the GoFundMe, but if you do, I really want you guys to donate. And you can donate the smallest amount to the biggest amount you want to donate, so that this money can go to all of these very, very, very worthy causes, okay? Now, our last family book that we will read is called Brick by Brick. This book is by Heidi Woodward Sheffield. Brick by Brick. And this is a Nancy Halson Books book, an imprint of Penguin Random House Books. Mi papi es fuerte. My papi is strong. He's a bricklayer. His arms are like stone. When Poppy builds, he spreads the mortar thick, taps the brick in place, scrapes the drips, and starts again. He helps build the city brick by brick. At work, Poppy climbs the scaffold and touches the sky. Poppy is not afraid of heights. Me neither. At recess, I touch the sky too. Poppy's work is brick by brick. Mine is book by book. I dream of a house for us. Nuestra casa para siempre. Our always house. With a garden for Mama and maybe a dog for me. When, Poppy? Someday, he says. At lunch, Poppy whistles, eats Mama's special empanada, drinks cinnamon horchata, kerchunks his lunchbox closed. I do too. Then it's back to work again. Poppy makes the mortar that holds the bricks together. He turns on the mixer, pours the water, whoosh. He shovels sand and adds cement. I roll my clay, slap and pat. I pinch and smooth and mold it. I make a tiny dog and tiny bricks for a tiny house. When the sunlight starts to fade, Dusty Poppy picks me up. He is tired but smiling. Poppy feels like the sun, hot and glistening. Saturday is our special day. Poppy cooks me a yummy breakfast. He lets me try his big hat on. Close your eyes, Poppy says. Una sorpresa, a surprise. We ride away in his rumbling truck. The road is rough. Bump, bump. I want to sneak a peek, but I don't. That's me. Somebody tells me it's a surprise, I want to sneak a peek. After a while, we stop. Sorpresa! Poppy yells. Oh, what is the surprise? It's a new house made of Poppy's bricks. Tonight I dream in my house. Nuestra casa para siempre. Our always house. And when spring comes, I help Mama plant our flowers. The end. I love this book, Brick by Brick. His dad is his example. In our families, we have a lot of examples that we follow. His dad is hardworking, and he's like, if my dad's hardworking, I gotta work hard in school. And he wants to build just like his dad with his clay and his small dog and his small bricks, tiny bricks for a tiny house. And he loves his family and wants that new house for them. When you look at the videos that I've shown, there are families around this world and around this country who want and need new things. It could be new books. It could be new ways to learn. It could be new ways to make money. It can be a new house. It can be new animals to help them to live. It can be a new home to be in temporarily, just so that you can heal. So I encourage you all, please do go to the GoFundMe in the chat, as well as you see it right here on the screen. Go to the GoFundMe, donate as much as you can. Any amount is good, just as long as we are helping the families. It's not just individual people that these organizations are helping. It is families. When you help a child to learn to read and be ready for school, and help parents to understand how to help them to succeed in the best way possible, you are helping a family. When you give money to the GoFundMe and you are raising money for the Ronald McDonald houses, you are not just raising money for a sick child, you are raising money for a family to help that child heal in the best way possible, with the love and care of their family being near. When you give money to this GoFundMe and it goes to Heifer International, it's not just helping one person with a goat or a chicken or a cow or a sheep. It is helping a whole family, and not just a whole family, but a whole community to be able to lift themselves up. The one mother in one of the videos said that I don't have to be a beggar anymore. That is a very powerful thing. So she went from being embarrassed and feeling bad about having to beg in the streets so that her children could have a better life, to now providing livestock and training to her neighbors so that they won't have to feel the way that she did. So she's paying it forward, okay? So my friends, we are at that time when we must sign off and come back for segment block number 3 of Miss Hope's Reading Hours, 24-hour Read and Raise-A-Thon, okay? So my friends, I will be signing off, and in about 15 or 20 minutes, which goes like that, because I found that out the first time. I was like, oh my goodness, that went so fast. But I will be back in 2 shakes of a tail feather, okay? And we will continue with this Read and Raise-A-Thon. Thank you so much for all of you who have joined. Thank you for those who have donated. And we need some more of you guys to donate. We need you to donate to help out these causes that are doing awesome things here in this city, here in this country, and all around the world. A donation you give today can reach from Philadelphia or whatever city you are in, all the way around the world. I always love that about donations. I love that. I love it. Thank you so much, Miss Tanya Amir, for your donation. That will go towards what we are giving. Thank you so much. Remember, I said, however small, however huge, whatever you donate, it will go to a worthy cause. Thank you so much for all of you who have donated. We have gone over $100. Now, to other people, that may seem small, but it is a blessing. And the fundraiser will stay up for another 2 weeks. Please feel free to donate. Thank you so much. So, my friends, I will be signing off now, and I will see you in about 15 minutes. Okay? Until then, my friends, I will see you on the other side of 4 o'clock. Okay? Until then, see you later.